Welcome everyone to Coaching in Session. My name is Michael Reardon, and I'll be your coach this evening. So today we're going to be continuing with our blog post Mondays, and we're going to be talking about one blog that was requested quite a bit, and that is to find your gift, to find your purpose. And I can't tell you how many people come to me, how do you find your gift? How do you find your purpose? And it's not as simple as I wish it could be, but we can always take a stab at what it is you're supposed to do, because the only person who knows what you like is you, right? You know what you like and you know what you don't like. Now, just because you like something doesn't mean you want to do it for the rest of your life. You might like eating cake, but you might not want to do it for a living. For example, a person who eats pizza for a living, Dave Portnoy. He eats pizza every day about, if not every day, and he scores it, he rates it, and that's what he's known for, his pizza reviews. And does he have a love for pizza still after having pizza every day for over a year? Maybe, maybe not, right? But he still does it. But it's not so much about eating the pizza, I think, for him. It's about what it brings. His ratings, his scores, when he gives them, it either makes or breaks the pizza shop. And he understands that. He has a lot of power. So he can create revenue for someone or a business that is going to be struggling. And that's powerful. His gift, his purpose is to spread love. Whether it's through a slice of pizza or a rating he gives the pizza. That's what he does. But what is it that you need to do? What is your gift? What is your purpose? And when I'm working with clients, that is something we have to kind of go back in history. Go back in time. We look back in high school. We look back in college, and we see what you were doing, if you were doing anything. But what we look for is, how do you enjoy spending your time? What were your thoughts in high school? What were your dreams? What were your ambitions? And then we work from there. When you work from your ambitions and from your thoughts, you can focus more so on what needs to be done. You can focus on your likes more than your dislikes. Because if you're thinking about something and you're daydreaming about it, it's going to be something you want in your life. And for me, I knew what I wanted, but I was still confused, especially in high school. You have all these opportunities, you have all these avenues, and you have a lot of what ifs. I can do this, but what would happen if I do it but I don't like it, or if I do it and I fail? There's a lot of a lot of what ifs in high school. And that's where people get strung up. They're worried about if they choose something and it's not for them, then they're stuck. And some people are stuck. They go to college, they get a degree that's very expensive, and now they're in a career they don't love. So they're left with a decision to continue to do the job that they do not love, or they find something else that they do love. And it's powerful to find something you enjoy. But not everyone in life is going to find their joy. I guess you could think how sad that is, but that's the truth. So how do we begin to find the joy? How do we begin to find our gift or find our purpose? And it's actually a step-by-step process. And even with these steps, though, you still need a coach. You still need a mentor to see what you are missing. It wasn't until my mentor came and spoke with me We had dinner, or it was lunch rather. We had lunch, and I was telling him about my past, and I was telling him about everything I've done and what I would like to do. And he knew what I was supposed to do just from having a conversation, one conversation with me. He said, "What you're meant to do is this." He didn't know me from my childhood, from my teenage years, from my college days. He knew me as a 20, I believe I was 27, 28, somewhere around there. And he could read me like a book. And I was there struggling, trying to find my way, trying to find my purpose. And though I was good at many things, and though I had gifts and talents and passions, it wasn't enough. My focus was not on my purpose. It was focused on more so my passions, my gifts, my aspirations, my beliefs. And sadly, those do not tie in with what you are meant to do in life. Because your purpose, it can be related to your passion. I have a passion for playing music. If you see, I have a ukulele on the wall behind me. I have a guitar behind me. I have a piano to my left. I enjoy music. I enjoy playing it. I enjoy listening to it. But it's a very personal thing. And when I was a teacher and I taught music, whether it be a lesson or a class or a workshop, it wasn't that I was self-conscious to play, because I would play. I would play well. And I got the job done. But it was more so a job than an enjoyment for me. It wasn't music that I was looking for, even though I was good at it. It wasn't what I needed to fulfill myself, to fulfill my purpose. So what was it? It was teaching. It was educating. It was helping others. From start to finish. And that's where we are. We're at the start. If you're watching this video, that means you are at the start of trying to figure out what is your purpose, what is your gift. And that's the start. Let's get to the finish. And we could do that together, and we could do that in increments and steps. But we're going to look at the blog today that talks about how to find your gift, how to find your passion. And it is a step-by-step guide, but it's similar to an IKEA direction sheet. It's helpful, but it's not everything. Sometimes you have to use your imagination, and sometimes you need help from a second party to kind of come in and look at what's really going on. And that's basically what's going to happen when you're looking at your passion, your gift. You're going to be blinded by your purpose because it's going to seem ordinary to you. It's going to seem mundane, not so special. But it's special enough to change the world and change your life. Do not fail to see that. That's important. So, as always, Monday, blog post Monday, head over to my website, revenconcepts.com, and then head into the website. Now, we want to head over to resources and then go on down to blogs. And then also, of course, if you are part of my Facebook or my LinkedIn and or Twitter accounts, you will always see the blog posts coming out Mondays, 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, for an update saying, hey, the blog's out. Check it out when you can. So here we have a tune-up series, which is going to be how to find your gift, purpose, and passion in life. So I'm just going to leave this here for a second so you can read that part. People make mistakes when they're trying to find their gifts and their passion. They think they have to be good at something in order for it to be their gift, their purpose, or their passion. When I was in high school, I would be relatively good at numbers. I even got an internship working at a well-known place where I was doing business finance and then moved into accounting. I did that for 2 years. The money was great, and I thought that's what I was supposed to do. I was going to make good money, and I was going to have a steady career, a stable career. But 2 years in, something happened. I just wasn't satisfied with the work. The mundane work I had to do, the repetitive nature of accounting, of just the day-to-day regimented work schedule was not suited for me. I wanted to be free. And so I left that job. I left that career for teaching. And I decided to be a teacher. And when you're a teacher, you understand something. Every day is going to be a new day. You're going to one day be fine and everything's going well, and then the next day everything's on fire and you need to be a firefighter, putting out all these little fires that is going on in your classroom. It was so much fun. It was amazing. Every day was a new day. Every day was a new opportunity. And every day I saw the students grow. And to see the smiles on their faces, to see the future in their eyes and in their dreams and the way they talked and moved was powerful. That was life. And it wasn't that my life was over. It was, now I'm passing the torch on to the next generation, teaching them the skills and the knowledge they need to know to be successful. And it wasn't simply teaching them math or teaching them music or teaching them English that would make them successful. It was more so nurturing their character, because that's what they needed. They needed to be nurtured in the sense of they're an emotional being, more emotional than we would think. We would think that kids don't have any stress, because it's not adult stress. All your bills are paid for. You have to go to school, get good grades. It's an easy job, but it's not. I've seen first graders so stressed out where I was shocked that this was happening. It was all because of the system, but then at the same time, they were still a person. Just because they're young, just because they're learning, doesn't make them any less of a human. Doesn't mean they don't have needs and feelings, aspirations, dreams, gifts, purpose, passion. They had it all. And so do you. And people forget that somewhere down the line. They forget what they wanted to be when they were growing up. They forgot what they wanted to do. They forgot who their hero was. They forgot to be brave when they felt scared. Now, people are so quick to judge, to shout, to hate, and they wonder why their life is not fulfilled yet. And going down that path may bring you to where you need to be. But if you're not going to have gratitude for all your experiences and how far you've come, it's going to be challenging for you to see your purpose. Okay? So let's get into it. The blog. Now, I always tell people it is important to know what you don't like because we know what we like. You might like pina colada sitting on the beach. You might like getting paid without going to work. You might like Taco Tuesday, margaritas 7 days a week. Maybe you go out to movies on Fridays and you enjoy that. We know what we like. But do you have a list of things you don't like? Maybe you don't like a certain type of food. Maybe you don't like broccoli, right? Perhaps you don't like a certain type of character in a person. Maybe if they are vulgar. Maybe if they're rude, mean. How about if someone's unambitious, right? They don't have any ambition. How about if they're lazy, where they come home and they simply sit on the sofa and that's their life? They go to work, they come home and they sit on the sofa and that's it. How about people who say they want to have a better life, yet they complain but don't do anything different? I understand that. Understanding what you like and you don't like is important. So when you're looking for your purpose, your passion, your gift, understand what you like and what you don't like. And when you get to the point of what you do like, do you want to do that for the rest of your life? Because your mission should be to never work a day in your life. Yes, you have to commit your time to accomplish something, but you're doing it willingly. You're doing it with the sense of, I'm doing this because I love it, because I want to. And no matter what obstacle gets in your way, you can accomplish what you want to. However, where people fail is when it comes to those obstacles. Now, number 2, we look at the outcomes to our life. Well, if we fail and we don't succeed, what happens? Does our dream just die up, dry up and die, or does it wait for us? Does it know we're going to get there eventually? Or does it say, well, you tried and you didn't succeed, so I guess it wasn't meant to be? Because the dream you have in your head and the ambition of your purpose in life will always keep coming back to you. It's going to be a nagging feeling that's tugging on to you saying, hey, I want you to achieve me. I want you to reach this height. That's what it wants. But are you willing to do the work in order to get it? And the fear of failure is one of the main contributing factors to why people do not go after more in their life. They decide that they don't want to put in the work. They decide they won't put in the effort. They decide to be comfortable instead of in a position where they can be abundant. And what's the difference between comfortable and abundant, right? Comfortable means you get by. You might have a vacation every year or two. You might have a fridge of food. You have food in your belly. Clean water, lights, right? You're living comfortably. But what if I told you can live abundantly? Where you can have your own personal chef. You can go on vacations every month. You can travel the world, experience new things. And it's not so much about being materialistic and buying everything you want, but also having that financial freedom to not have to worry about stresses like your bills, your mortgage, plays a huge role in your overall happiness. And people fail to see that. That's why credit card debt is so debilitating. It's not so much that you have credit card debt that's the problem. It's the fact that when you have credit card debt, it is debilitating because now you're in debt. You owe something, and the interest rates on credit cards are just absurd. So you're paying 18 to sometimes 34%, maybe more, on a purchase you may or may not have needed. And we're not going to get into it if you needed it or not. But if you were in a position where you didn't even need a credit card to make a purchase, or if you used a credit card, you wouldn't struggle to pay it, you can put yourself in that type of position where money's not a factor. And it doesn't mean you're going to not have problems, because money does solve certain problems in life. But many people struggle with having money. And it's not thinking about you need to have an abundance of money or you need to have rich people's problems. It's more so on the fact of, are you willing to do what is needed to be done in order to get that type of wealth in your life? And it's sad to say, not many people will. So that's what part 2 is going to be about. If you knew you couldn't fail, what would you do? And if you did succeed, what would it bring? And the last part, I believe, is going to be your planning process. A dream without a plan is just a dream. You cannot achieve great things in life by dreaming alone. Now, a dream can be a great motivator. It can be a great tool for you to figure out what you want in your life. But it's not the driving force to get you to where you need to be. That's going to be your plan. And when you create a plan, that plan is going to determine your outcome. And you can see the outcome, and it might be your dream. You're like, oh, wow, this is exactly what I want. And there's going to be a step-by-step guide how to get there. But that step-by-step guide is not going to be as simple as you wish it would be. It's not going to be like ABC, 1, 2, 3. It's going to be like, oh my God, that is difficult. And that's where people struggle. Oh my goodness, this is difficult. What am I doing? And they give up. I mean, rightfully so. It's difficult. I understand. But it doesn't mean that everything is over if you give up once. It becomes more difficult if you give up once, let alone 2 times, because you form a habit of giving up, of giving in. And that's what I do with my clients. I help them develop a plan, and we go after that plan, and we don't give up until we get there. I give them a definitive amount of time, how long it's going to take for them to get there. Because I've been in similar shoes, not saying I've been in their exact shoes, but I have gone through the purpose journey, the gift journey, the passion journey. And I understand what it takes, and I understand what is needed to happen on that journey. It's a lot of downs, not as many ups. And I wish I could say there was more ups than downs, but reality is you're going to fall more times than you're going to succeed. But you're going to fall more times or less times than you're going to get up. So if you fall down 7 times, you get up 8. always going to get up more than you fail. And let that be your guiding grace, that guiding light, where you say, no matter what, I'm going to accomplish what I want, what I need. And that's learning how to be confident. That's learning how to trust yourself, believe in yourself again. Because somewhere down the road, you have lost confidence in yourself. And it's important to find that again. So all in all, finding your gift is not as simple as saying, okay, I'm good at this and this is what I have a passion for and people love when I do this. Yeah, it might be a start, but is that what you really want long term? And it might not even pay the bills, your purpose, your gift. Similar to a life of Mother Teresa, you have Gandhi. You have people who had apparently nothing in their life. They had the clothes on their back and they had their hands to do the work that they were going to do. But they enjoyed their work thoroughly. They smiled on the inside. And sometimes they wept. Sometimes they were uncertain. Sometimes they were confused. They might have wanted to change their life or their decision. A moment of weakness, right? Don't allow that to define you. So when you're looking for your gift, your purpose, your passion, the mistakes people make is that they try something and then give up. They try something new and it works. They're happy. They enjoy it. And they go, it's not working out. So I'm going to give up. Because reality is what you want, your dream, is not going to be as inviting as we would like it to be. We're not going to just pull up to work. One day the boss comes out and says, hey, you've been doing a great job. You are now the CEO of this company and you don't have to worry about any more money problems. The only thing you have to do is not mess up. It's not as easy as that. Let alone the promotion track at work. What if you work for yourself? What if you decide to live a life that is not focused around simply working for someone or doing work yourself? What if life was to plant trees? Your purpose to go out and plant trees, or to go out and speak the words you want to speak, whether it be religion or culture, right? Maybe that is what you want to do. Maybe that is your purpose. Maybe that is your gift, your passion. And there's going to be struggles all along the way. There's going to be difficulties. There's going to be people who don't like you. Accept it. Not everyone's going to like you. Not everyone's going to be in your corner cheering for you when you're trying to accomplish your dreams and your goals. They're going to look at you like you're crazy. They're going to look at you like, you know what, this person, they can't achieve anything. And it's that limiting belief, those limiting individuals in life who determine what you can and can't do. And it's important to not allow them to permeate your thinking and your mindset. So if you have a gift, a passion, a purpose, and you have a good inclination of what you should be doing, go after it. That's what you do. And if you're uncertain, ask one of your loved ones, your mom, your dad, grandma, grandpa, maybe a best friend. Don't just ask an acquaintance. someone who knows you really well. Tell them your idea and see their face. Do they light up or they go, Because if they go, it's not quite there yet. And if you're working with a coach, after a few sessions, the coach is going to be able to determine what you're good at and what you're not good at. What type of person you are, right? Some people are going to be more ambitious, and some are going to be a little bit more lackadaisical. And when you're ambitious, you're gung-ho about getting to where you want to be very quickly. And sometimes it happens, sometimes it doesn't. I wish I can say that 100% of people in 1 month, they're going to be able to find their gift and their passion, and they're going to be all set. For me, finding my gift and my passion probably took me by myself probably 3 years just to kind of get an inclination of what I wanted to do. And then it wasn't until I had one lunch with a mentor. He read me like a book. In less than 2 hours, he told me what I needed to do. He knew. And from just that conversation, I learned how to find the passion and the gift in people. And I can't explain it because it's almost like a sixth sense where it's just like, you know. But you don't know. But having someone look and learn who you are, they will know. So if you don't have the means to hire a coach or a mentor, not a problem, right? You have your family. You can always ask or refer to and ask them, what should you do with your life? And you might have made mistakes. You might have had struggles and difficulties, but it doesn't mean you can't change your path. It is never too late for you to turn things around. If you want something in your life, you can go out and you can get it right now. Because where you are right now is a choice. And it might be the only choice you have, the best choice you have, right? Especially if you're young. Because if you're young and you want to run away from home, might not be the best choice, right? But you do have the ability to make that choice. And similar to that choice, you have the choice to choose what you want to do with your life. If you want to continue to be a dreamer without a plan, then that is your choice. And that's going to be your position. Exactly where you are. And what I wish for you is for you to start to take the steps to develop a plan to get someone in your corner who's not going to belittle you, who's not going to say you can't, who's going to continue to encourage you regardless of the failures. You need that. And sometimes it could be a spouse, sometimes it could be a sibling, sometimes it could be a parent. It's possible. But when you have a coach, when you have a mentor, someone rooting for you, even if you don't believe in yourself, that's powerful. Because when someone believes in you, you begin to believe in yourself. Similar to how if you tell yourself something over and over again, eventually you begin to believe it. And it's important that you don't allow negative thoughts, negative habits, and negative people in your life. They serve no purpose. And if you did want to give them a purpose, it is to show you what you don't want in your life. So if you have any questions, email me, coachinginsession@gmail.com. If you want to get some work or have a free consultation, head over to revenconcepts.com. Be more than happy to get you booked and to get things started, right? Because the life you should be living is waiting for you. And there's no reason for you to continue to live a life that wasn't meant to be your purpose. So let's get down to work, right? Let's get busy. Let's do the work, get over the obstacles, get through the challenges, get through that wall. We can do it, and I know you can do it. Until I see you Wednesday, we're going to be picking up again with another workshop. This one's going to be a pretty fun one. So you don't want to miss it. 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. And then Friday will probably be an interview. So stay tuned for that. It's going to be a good one.